What's up, y'all? Florida NASCAR boy news here. Um, this weekend is gonna get crazy. Today, 2311 and Ford Motors Front World Motorsports had lost their charters, but they will still run as an open team. But they lost their charters, and NASCAR is waiting for they rehear them to do a preliminary injunction hearing. So that's what Bob Popkins said. So keep an eye on that. Plus tonight on SiriusXM right now, Mac Joy is on Speedway Legends to catch that. Other part is drag racing, the Streets of Outlaws. You know, guys, you love the Streets of Outlaws. You love watching them on Discovery. Thunder Valley in Oklahoma has closed its doors. That's where the Streets of Outlaws race at. But the other part is, too, we have questions on who's going to win Dover. Dover's all comes down to pit strategies and timing, and you're getting your turn out right. But Xfinity is racing today. They have 40 cars today in that field next week in this field. Next week, they have 40 cars. This weekend, they have 40 cars. Next week, NHRA will be racing. No, this weekend, NHRA will be racing at Pacific Raceway. So, you know. But other team is IHRA. Will be back next week. So get ready for that because they'll be back next week. So, yeah. But I had a question, too. This is the revival of IHRA. Can they keep it successful going for a long hiatus like they did back then? When they were under Phelps Entertainment, they were under, so they didn't have much. But our entry list here, I'm printing it up on the NASCAR phone, for Xfinity is, I hate ads. Trust me, I hate them. For real. But you got Eric Almirola back in the 19. You got some guys coming in. But Mike Mandano, he's got a sponsor. He's got bananas in his Instagram video on Instagram. Had bananas. Are we looking at Savannah Bananas sponsoring his car? I think that. 36 cars will be racing this weekend, so be ready for that. Other part is trucks won't be back until next week, so that's their last. I think that's their last playoffs. Last race to the playoffs. No. 3 more races to the playoffs. Then they go to Indianapolis, and from Indianapolis, Motorsport Raceway Park to Walking Glen. So they're going to be racing for 72 laps at Walking Glen, followed by what the Xfinity at that track and Cup. But you have Richmond too, so who gets locked in, keep an eye on that. Then Darlington starts kicking it off, and then to be racing Roval, then Roval to somewhat. They're mostly racing the same tracks that the Cup Series are racing on. Because you got Bristol, Kansas, and Road Course. Okay, so they're lucky on that one. But they have... So they didn't go on the World Technology Raceway, so... They used to race at World Technology Raceway last year, so... somewhat they changed the schedule around on them because they're going back to New Hampshire because New Hampshire had not run a race until September. That race is going to be crazy. But they changed stuff around. Even yesterday, we were looking at. Yesterday, I was on Instagram and I found out that NASCARs are doing a new editing on the Gen 7 car for the next Super Speedway. And I don't know what to say about that. It's the car looks like now they're both increasing the Sark fan, so we know that. I'm gonna find the picture of it, show you guys. If you look here, like you can't see it right there. There's too much glare, so they're increasing the they're adding A post flaps on the front windshield to keep the car down. Plus, you're increasing the Sark fans in the back too. Plus, working on the flags too, increasing those. But it's still going to flip over. So even at Daytona, it's still going to flip over. Keep an eye on that. And then, so yeah, it's crazy shenanigans, but I don't know why. They're racing these cars like crazy, but I don't know. But the other part is keep an eye out because they're going to be racing like crazy this weekend at Dover because the in-season challenge, because they only have 2 spots left going to Indianapolis. The in-season challenge, you got Ty Gibbs versus Tyler Reddick and Joe Hunter Nemechek versus Ty Dillon. One of those two, I'm looking between Ty Dillon getting in front of it because I like Ty Gibbs. But Ty Gibbs and Ty Dillon may have a good slight run. Don't worry about that, but keep an eye on that. But, so yeah, that's what I got. So that's all my news. But if you want to watch NASCAR on SiriusXM, keep an eye on that. Everything else, TNT, HBO Max, but it all comes down to NASCAR, and then we head back to NBC. So yeah, get ready. It's all coming down to you. Keep your foot on the throttle. Let's go racing. Catch you later, guys.